Welcome back to our YouTube channel. If this is the first time you are visiting our channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Reports are circulating. Sources claim that Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, seven-time presidential aspirant, and one of the most powerful political figures in Nigerian history, told ADC stakeholders in a private meeting that he is stepping aside, that he is retiring from active politics. If true, this will be the biggest political story of the year in Nigeria. The man, analyst, consistently said would win the ADC primary 100% of the time, suddenly walking away. But here on MARCELO'S desk, we do not publish rumors, we verify. And when we started verifying this story, we found something important. We found nothing. Welcome to MARCELO'S desk, where we do not just report the news, we question it, we argue it. Let us start with exactly what is being claimed. The rumor began spreading across social media on the weekend of March 28 and 29, 2026. The claim is that Atiku, in a closed-door meeting with ADC stakeholders, announced he was stepping aside from the presidential race and retiring from active politics entirely. As at now, the details are vague. There is no official statement. There is no video. There is no name source. But the rumor spread quickly because the timing is significant. On March 28, Kwankwaso visited Atiku's Abuja's residence, confirmed publicly by Atiku himself on his social media pages. On March 29, Kwankwaso resigned from NNPP. On March 30th, Kwankwaso officially joined the ADC. Welcomed at his Gidan Kwankwasiya residence in Kano by ADC National Chairman David Mark, as confined by Legit NG and PM News. And right in the middle of that movement, the Atiku retirement rumor surfaced. The timing is not accidental, but we will come back to that. First, let us do what we always do on MARCELO'S desk. Let us test the rumor against reality. Think about what would actually happen if Atiku Abubakar, one of the most prominent politicians on the African continent, genuinely announced his retirement. Every major outlet would carry it in minutes. Arise TV, Channels Television, TVC News, Punch, Premium Times, Daily Trust, The Cable, Daily Post, all of them will be running it. The ADC will issue a statement. It will be impossible for the party to stay silent on the news that completely reshaped its primary race. Atiku's own media team would make a formal announcement. His social media pages would be flooded with tributes and reactions. And political figures across the country and continent, governors, former presidents, party leaders would also be responding publicly. Now let us look at what actually happened. We checked Channel Television, nothing. We checked Premium Times, Punch, The Cable, Daily Trust, nothing. We checked Atiku's own verified social media account, no statement, no cryptic post, no confirmation of any kind. We checked ADC official communication, no mention of Atiku stepping aside. The story existed only on social media whispers, unnamed sources, and speculation. The evidence that must accompany a development of this magnitude was completely absent. And then Atiku's camp did something that answered the question conclusively. On Monday, the 30th of March 2026, his media office issued an official statement. His media aide, Paul Ibe, and separately his senior special assistant on public communication, Frank Shaibu, both issued statements that were carried immediately by Vanguard, Sahara News reporters, The Cable, Daily Trust, Daily Post, Blueprint newspapers, TVC News, and The Sun. Their words were precise and unambiguous. The statement from Atiku Media Office said information circulating on social media about a purported meeting with ADC stakeholders in which the former vice president allegedly decided to step aside and retire from active politics was entirely false and deliberately misleading. It confirmed that Atiku had not held any such meeting with ADC stakeholders at the national level. His only recent engagement was ADC stakeholders in Adamawa State the previous Thursday. And on the question of what such decision would look like if it were ever real, the statement was categorical. An issue as fundamental and consequential as exiting active politics cannot and will never be communicated through rumors, faceless sources, and third-party fabrication. Such a decision, if ever taken, would be formally conveyed through Atiku Media Office. By Tuesday, the 31st of March, Atiku's camp went further. Frank Shaibu issued a second statement reported by Guardian Nigeria and Daily Post that did not just deny the retirement rumor, it went on the offensive. Shaibu described the claim as a pure lie, calculated and deliberately engineered. He alleged, and this is important, that only the government and its agents could have sponsored this desperate narrative out of fear of what is coming. He argued that Atiku had become what he called the center of gravity in the unfolding 2027 political equation, and that the growing convergence of political forces around him had triggered panic among what he described as anti-democratic elements. Now we have confirmed the rumor is dead as a factual matter. Atiku's camp has denied it in writing twice through named spokesperson sourced to a dozen major outlets. But the more interesting question on MARCELO'S desk has never been whether the rumor is true. The more interesting question is, why does it exist at all? Here are the three possible possibilities. Possibility 1. The rumor is a deliberate political weapon fired by someone who benefits from Atiku's absence. The ABDC primary is approaching. If Atiku is out, the race becomes cleaner for either Kwankwaso or peterobi. Both camps have reasons to want the field narrowed. Even if the APC has every incentive to create confusion and fracture the opposition coalition at the most fragile moment. The week Kwankwaso just officially joined. Former Ekiti Governor Ayo Foyeshe said publicly at the PDP National Convention on Sunday, the 29th of March, reported by Vanguard and Daily Post, that Atiku will get ADC ticket and Obi may end up with nothing. A man that confident in Atiku's grip on the primary is exactly the kind of figure whose opponent might try to shake things up with a well-timed rumor. Possibility 2. The rumor is a misinterpretation of something real. It is entirely possible that Atiku said something in a private meeting that was deliberately taken out of context. Perhaps he indicated a willingness to step aside under specific conditions, and someone in that room turned a conditional statement into a retirement announcement. In Nigerian political circles, information travels fast and transforms faster. Possibility 3. The rumor is a test balloon from Atiku's own camp. By allowing a retirement rumor to circulate, you gauge the reaction of allies, opponents, and the public without committing to anything. If the reaction is relief, you know where you stand. If the reaction is panic from your side, you know your leverage. And then you deny it and watch who does what in the days that follow. Here is what we know with certainty as of today. Atiku has not retired. He is still in the race. He has denied it twice through official channels, and his team has explicitly pointed the finger at the Tinubu government as the source of the disinformation. Whether that accusation is accurate is another question. But what is not in this question is a major political rumor was planted at the exact moment the opposition looked its most united. On the day Kwankwaso joined the ADC and the coalition of Atiku, Obi, Kwankwaso became real. So here is what we are leaving you in comment section today. Type real or propaganda and tell us who you think planted this story. Before we leave, please subscribe to our channel, like and comment on our posts. Until I see you on the next video, please remain blessed.